Oilers postgame following a 5-1 victory over the Blackfalds Bulldogs at the Eagle Builders Center, and the Oilers back in the win column. With me is the first star of tonight's game, Riley Bodnarchuk. And Riley, quite simply, don't need to talk about individual efforts. We'll get that into a second, but the Oiler defensive effort, I think just overall from whether it's you, a Kate Turner, a Tucker McRae, defense 1 through 6, and just as a whole, this team really kept the Bulldogs at bay and didn't allow a whole lot. You only allowed 18 shots.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of our game plans tonight. The D-core was supposed to be rolling, and it was, and it kind of showed out there.
Just kind of, again, on top of the D-core where you have an early power play against you on the Carter Massier check from behind penalty and a 5-on-3. And every time I think when you had a little bit more momentum, even though you were leading, you'd get a penalty and have a little bit of a setback. And you guys settled in. What was about tonight's penalty kill that was so good for this team?
Well, honestly, I don't know. It's always one of our strong points is our penalty kill. And we always try not to take the penalty when we do. When we kill, we get tons of momentum off, and it always pushes us forward a little bit more. So,
just looking at the rest of the effort, the youth of this team, Kate Turner's a rookie, Brody McGuire, Nick Wolfenberg continue to get better. What's it like watching them and playing with them and how they've gotten better as this season's gone on?
Oh, it's unbelievable. I know Timmy, he's been my D partner all year for sure, and watching him improve throughout the year, it's fun to watch for sure.
Where does the nickname Timmy come from?
Well, if you know the Fairly Odd Parents, Timmy Turner. So I don't know, Massier made it one day, so we started calling him Timmy and Timothy, and yeah.
I haven't never seen that reference before, but I'll maybe try it on a broadcast. Just overall, the 5-goal effort, it took a while for you guys to get going, but what kind of was said in that first intermission, what you guys adjusted, what was the biggest adjustment for you guys in the last 40?
I think it was just get our feet moving. We were kind of slow in the first, so that was the main thing, get our feet moving, throw the body around a little bit, and ultimately just get ourselves in the game.
Yourself still continuing to have a great 2022 so far, up to 8 goals. You get that power play goal 8, you get that goal, a couple of snipes, or that one snipe there at the beginning as well. Just take me through your night and how you were feeling and how things kind of went your way.
I don't know, I always try to focus on shutting down in the D zone and then just getting pucks on net in the O zone, and I guess it was just working for me tonight.
Lastly, back at home on Tuesday against Olds. It's a setup game for a big weekend against Spruce and Brooks, but cannot take this Olds team lightly. They did break their losing streak, and 2 points is 2 points for this hockey club right now.
Yeah, 100%. We got definitely next weekend is going to be a test for us, and we definitely got to go into it rolling. So it's a big one against Olds on Tuesday.
Riley, congratulations on your effort tonight, and more importantly, another win for the Oilers. And we'll see you on Tuesday at Payson.
Thank you.
Now with Oilers assistant coach Reid Hnatowich. Coach, I'm going to tell the story the way I saw it up in the booth tonight. You look at how this game started. It starts with the Carter Massier check from behind penalty that leads to you down to 11 forwards already. It took a while for this team to kind of get going and maybe organized after that and shuffling of the lines a little bit. But after that, you look at the last 40 minutes, I think this was as complete, probably the best 40-minute effort maybe for this Oiler team in the last little while.
Yeah, we just started to do the small things right. Aggressive in terms of turning pucks over was one of our main ones heading into it. I thought in that first period offensively, we did outshoot them, but I thought we could have got a little bit more intense in front of that goaltender. He's a young affiliate player, and obviously, you want to do whatever you can to make his job difficult. I thought we did a better job of that in the second and third.
Regular ends of the pair of goals. Riley Bodnarchuk chips as well. He's been on an absolute tear of late, and Dean Spack, I think, was just the icing on the cake for a guy that has been called up into some tough minutes for him again with Massier going out.
Absolutely. Obviously with that offense, and if you reflect on the game, majority of the shifts where we were sustaining the pressure and we were maintaining and managing pucks and we were shifting their box down low is when we were engaging the D. And it's cool to see Riley, obviously, Bodnarchuk contribute offensively to get into those. He put himself in good areas. He let big shots go. Obviously, Rieger, timely goals there. And then it's awesome to see Spack too. And that's one where you reflect on Spax and the little things and characteristics he did positively. Hellier there, aggressive in terms of pressuring that point, and then Spack easy to kind of read that situation and very patient on that breakaway there. So super excited for him.
You look at Connor Hellier on the penalty kill, and this other penalty kill was dealt some huge blows on some calls that, from my view, are a little questionable and a little on the soft side at times. But this team rallied. The shorthanded goal is one thing, but I think how you just dispatch and got rid of the puck so quickly. The Bulldogs never had any sort of time to think on most of those power plays.
Yeah, we had a nice consistent flow, especially with that back end in that third period where, they were out there for 10, 12 seconds. They worked really hard. They did their job. They got it down the ice. Then we got a switch in, right? So when you can, especially on the penalty kill, the more flow you can get, the more pace you can get in terms of getting those switches in. You go out, you do your job, you do it positively, 10, 15 seconds, get it down, and then get fresh legs out there, and I thought that's what we did a really good job of tonight.
A couple more for you, Coach. I don't think it can go unknown what Ethan Jammernick did on that first penalty kill where he hemmed the Bulldogs in by himself for, I want to say, maybe 20 to 30 seconds, and from one side of the boards to the other, he kept it in there. And just his effort tonight, I know he didn't score, but I think that was a special game for Ethan.
Well, and to be honest with you, he won our heart and hustle, and that's one of those ones where there's that specific play in terms of the penalty kill and him killing time, but there's even that penalty he did taking, which sent us on the 5-on-3. That's another one of him on that PK just forechecking hard, and it didn't go his way, but the guy worked extremely hard. He was very physical. He was very focused. And, you're exactly right. Didn't put up numbers on the point sheets, but was a very major contributor in winning this game tonight.
We'll leave it at that. Coach, congratulations on getting back in the win column, and we'll see you at Pace on Tuesday against Olds.
Thank you, Gino.